Hey there guys, how's it going? So, would you believe it, if you go to the events tab of the game right now and click on the Defeat the Dark Side, which is a really funny name for it because I don't see any dark sides in there, but in any case, if you go ahead and have a look in the events tab right now, you'll see 3 quests. Basically, you want to take on all 3 quests, and in there are some enemies which have a chance of dropping a tier 7 EX medal, even though EX is basically just a name, it means whatever the hell they want it to mean. It's still pretty cool. We have honest to god farmable medals in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. That is not a sentence I've uttered in a long time, and it's a pretty decent medal as well. Obviously, it's not going to hit as hard as any of the modern day, supernovas, anything like that, but it's a farmable medal. It shouldn't be the best thing in the entire game. It should be something that's a little bit behind the current power curve, but if we can farm it and get decent traits on it, you can have yourself a pretty decent medal there. So I'm looking at this event going, okay, that'd be brilliant. I'll get a couple copies. I'll get one with ground, extra attack, and aerial, and that'll be a Colosseum copy. I can evolve that thing and put a high damage skill on it. I'll get another copy with 3 raid traits on it, or maybe 2 raid extra attack. Let's see. Hell, maybe both. We've got 9 days to farm this event, so why the hell not? I've been praying for content like this for so very long, and it's finally arrived, and I'm honestly thrilled. I'm really thrilled. The drop rates, I'm not gonna lie, are pretty rough, but at the same time, it's like, well, it is a gacha game. It does want you to keep playing it over and over again. In theory, it's kind of been a shop game masquerading as a gacha game for a little while, but honestly, if they want to do this like every couple weeks or even once a month, I would be thrilled. I would be absolutely thrilled. It's like, hey, awesome content, and especially new players, this is how you train yourself up and you become stronger, because the only way to get stronger in this game is by getting better medals. Anyway, let's go ahead and crack into it. So, I have only done the first 2 quests once or twice each. It's literally just once each. I've basically been focusing on farming stage 3, because typically, and I really can't confirm this apart from just my own play experience, but typically what they've said in the notices is, obviously the higher difficulty of the content, the better chance you'll encounter that rare enemy that spawns the thing. In this case, it's a martial monkey, and it's in the second to last room. So the martial monkey in itself is quite a difficult enemy. I've run through this entire quest probably 20 times now, and I've only seen it twice. So it definitely has a pretty low spawn rate. What's really cool is if you can potentially get it to drop, well, obviously it's going to drop, hopefully, the Mickey every single time. Again, the 2 times I've done it, it's dropped the Mickey both times. In theory, if it drops it every single time, if Steel 3 or Steel 2, whatever you have on your pet, activates at the same time, you will get 4 copies. So again, the 2 times that I've done it, I've been really fortunate enough to have Steel activated both times, and I've run through this thing 20-ish times now, and gotten 8 Mickeys out of it, which is like, holy crap, that's really good. So I was recording some footage before, and I actually did find it on camera, which was like really sick, so I'll cut into that in a little bit, but we'll finish off the quest first, and we'll just see if he does decide to appear a 3rd time for me, which, based on the luck I was having before, is a little bit unlikely, but anyway. So we're just going to go through the entire quest. Again, difficult enemies, and I'm just going in with my, let's say, strongest setup right now, just because, well, in the interest of time. If you can't manage to take out this entire event, especially the stage 3, there's no harm in dropping down to stage 2. It is difficult, I'm not going to lie, it is pretty difficult. Obviously you want to bring in your second chance if that's the case. Like, the enemies do have a lot of HP, but it's not an astronomically high amount. And there we go, so I missed him this time. That's alright, I'll cut in footage in a little bit of me going against him. And then the Angry Adventurer himself, I don't necessarily know if this thing can drop the Mickey medal. Part of me wants to say maybe it has a teeny tiny little chance, but again, I've done this 20 something times now and I haven't actually seen him drop a single copy of Mickey, so it is worth finishing off the quest though, because it might drop HDLs, which is, again, if Steel 3 activates, you get 4 HDLs out, which is better than nothing. If you are interested in just farming the actual event itself, just for the Mickey medal, which is probably what we're all here for, you might want to quit out. Like, you might want to ignore all the other enemies if you can. If you can run around them, definitely do that. Get to the end. If there's no martial monkey in the room, you may as well just quit out basically at that point. Newer players, especially players with lower level, like the literal Lux level that we have in the game, might be able to play this so that, because obviously there's no 0 AP campaign going on right now. We're about to move into a raid week tomorrow, so that could mean that we have a 0 AP campaign to tie into that. If not, obviously you're going to have to watch out for your AP. So, what you could do... Oh, there you go. Well, that just proves me wrong, because that was the end. That was the final enemy. Okay, that's the first and only time that's happened to me. The final enemy, I don't know if you want to play back the footage, but Steel 3 activate on the final enemy. And awesome, we got 4 Mickeys out of that. So there you go. It's not just the Martial Monkey live on camera, folks. This is the magic of it right now. But okay, so that's my 12th Mickey now that I've got, which is awesome. So I think I'll cut in the footage of me fighting the second one, and then the traits that I did for those. And I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, yes, alright, beautiful, he's here. Okay, I was really happy to get footage of this. Okay, so that's the second time I've actually found this guy. So, ideally, he's going to A, drop the Mickey, and B, if we can get the Steel Pet trait to activate while this happens, that would just be fantastic, because I did it the first time and Steel 3 activated without me realizing it. Bing, bang, boom, I had 4 copies of that Mickey sitting there waiting for me. It's like, awesome. And then it spoiled me a little bit because that was only my second ever run through of the quest, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to farm the hell out of this. No, it's been another couple hours since then and I haven't. This is now the second time the monkey's shown up. And like I said before, I haven't had any of the enemies drop any copies of Mickey whatsoever, so I don't know if it's possible for them to drop the Mickey. I can only assume they have a teeny tiny little chance, or maybe like the more difficult enemies have a teeny tiny chance, and some of the other ones have a 0% chance. I would assume the Angry Adventurer itself, you know, the final enemy of the stage, should have the capability to drop it, but I guess we'll see. And again, obviously I'm using my more powerful setup here, so just in the interest of time. Speaking of which, now I've got to pop a Sippin over there just to ensure that we finish him off. Beautiful. So this now should take him out. And combo 1 to seal the deal. Alright, so fingers crossed we're going to get that treasure. Hey, with Steel 3 as well. Yes, 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 yes. Alright. Excellent. Well, that was... I'm assuming that has to turn into Mickey. Surely they wouldn't be so cruel as to make the monkey itself not have a 100% drop rate of Mickey, but I suppose that could be possible. But yeah, and again, he's going to drop something with Steel 3, but in my experience, those have been either HDLs or occasionally the lower experience medals, but 4 HDLs is not too bad for 2 minutes work, especially because that's like, as far as I know, one of the only places you can actually farm HDLs in the game, which are obviously the best experience medal in the game. Anyway, let's go and have a look now. Did we get those Mickeys? Please. So that's from other stuff. Hey, look at that. 4 more copies of Mickey. Beautiful. Alrighty. So my first rolls actually got lucky enough to get grounds and aerial, which is perfect for me. So like, again, I want one of them to be a Colosseum copy, in which case it's going to have grounds, aerial, and ideally extra attack. Just to be, again, one of the best Colosseum medals I could possibly have. Potentially do a PvP copy as well, but given this is an AoE medal, yeah, not super keen on that. Bonk. Ooh, that's pretty tragic guilt roll. That's alright. We got plenty more chances, so... EA would be nice. Alright, well, okay, cool. 1 down. Beautiful. Wasn't that lucky? There we go, 1 down. Garbage guilt, good trait, every single time. Alright, well, I suppose when I get a few more copies, I can start using those to increase the guilt percentage, but obviously, and I could burn 78 mirrors, even though I don't particularly want to do that. I do want to start rolling a second copy now for raids, definitely. I definitely want to have 1, maybe 2 copies for raids. So here we go. I'm just going to keep rolling this one now until I get 3 raid traits, basically. I'm debating whether I want to do 3 raid traits or 2 raids and extra attack. It's effectively coming down to a matter of how quickly you want to complete the raid at that point, because obviously, I mean, if I can just keep willing these things into existence, I'll happily take another raids. Sure, if I have somehow gained that sort of power to determine my traits, I'll take another copy of raids, thank you, sure. But yeah, obviously you want to have the best medals possible when you're doing your raiding, so triple raids would be pretty sweet. Yeah, okay, we can't have it all, but... Okay, so you guys should have just seen me fight a Martial Monkey and do my trait rolls on this copy right here. So now the 4 that I literally just earned seconds ago from that final Angry Adventurer, let's go ahead and smush those into this and see if we can't get a couple more raid traits on this medal. Content in this game, I don't believe it, but yeah, if they take this on board and get really positive feedback, like again, I know the rates are pretty abysmal, I 100% understand that, but it's like, I feel like a bit of a battered wife at this point, but I'm like, just, it's okay, just take it, give them good feedback, because seriously, I mean, I don't know what else you guys want in this game. Obviously there's lots and lots and lots of changes they can make, but I'm like, actual content to keep people coming back in apart from just doing the dailies. Surely that's a good sign. Surely that's a good sign of health, life in the game. Yeah, okay, we're back in the dregs, but that's okay. I got pretty lucky on that first copy, and I've already got 1 raid trade, so 2 more to go. I'm pretty happy. And again, we got 9 days to farm this, so it's like, okay, now I'm incentivized to empty out my AP and then come back in when it's full. You know, like an actual game, believe it or not. All right, come on, 1 more raid trade to finish the video off. Let's go. Come on. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. But yeah, it's like, what do you guys want? Do you guys want... I'm trying to think. I reckon everyone should get... Everybody should try and do what I've done and get a copy with Ground, EA, and Aerial. Just because that's going to help out a lot in Colosseum. I don't care which kind of player you are, that's going to help out. Unless you've already got, you know, perfect medals across the board. Colosseum is funny in that... Like guilt rolls, but that should mean a good trait. That's what that means. That's the guaranteed. Guaranteed, demo approved. That's what we're after. That's what we're after. Beautiful. Alright, 2 down, 1 to go. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that indeed. Okay, so we've almost got a perfect raid copy and a perfect Colosseum copy. Beautiful. Well, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that we have content like this, and it's like, it's been sorely missing. I'm excited about playing the game now, because it's like, oh, I can actually do stuff to improve my chances rather than just farm, rather than just daily jewels, shop, daily jewels, shop, daily jewels, shop. I suppose at some point I probably should tell you about the outfit that you should be wearing to go ahead and actually maximize your chance of having A, that monkey spawn, and then B, it actually dropping something that you want. So, we're going to go ahead and, in my case, I've got my character decked out with, I think, the most rare enemy perk in the game, which is plus 12. For that, you'll need one of these crowns, which again, I don't know that newer players can get that. But if you go ahead and filter by rare enemy perk, there aren't too many places you can actually equip rare enemy perk. Like I said, I can have 3 plus 4 pieces, so that headband there's got plus 4 on it, that's got plus 4 on it. I don't know if they were both Colosseum or not. The crowns from year 1, I know, have plus 4, the gold crowns. But hopefully there's something in there that a lot of you guys should be able to use and get yourself up to... God. Ugh. Get yourself up to plus 12. And then I've just poured all the rest into item drop, basically, so if the enemy does appear, which again, a rare enemy perk plus 12, and I've only seen the Martial Monkey twice in 20 runs, so certainly not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, every little bit helps. And like I said, I poured the rest into item drops, so I do believe that's the optimal route, at least for my male character that hasn't bought every avatar board, but does have all the level avatar boards that currently exist in the game. So yeah, obviously dress your character up as best you can. Oh yeah, and the point that I was trying to make before the Mickey appeared on my screen, and then I was like, oh, and I got completely distracted by Mickey medals actually showing up from killing the adventurer. I was trying to say that obviously you can only do like 20-ish runs with the amount of AP that we currently have before your AP becomes emptied out. What I was saying is players with lower lux levels, you know, lower levels in general, might be able to use the upcoming raid week to their advantage by effectively farming raid bosses to the point where you can have your lux sitting at a point almost ready to level up. Go ahead and empty out the majority of your AP, like let's say 190 or 180 bits of AP, and leave a little bit left, and then summon a couple raid bosses, level up, and then book, shoot your AP all the way back up. Someone like me in a situation, and I'm imagining it's much worse for the way better raiders than me, will be in a much more difficult situation because that's going to take a significant amount of time to level up. So I might try and do a bit of raiding if I get a bit of time tonight during the bonus hours, just to try and push my levels up a little bit so that I can dump out AP. It's just a bit of a shame that this farming event is happening at the same time as a raid week. It's like, I appreciate it, and I don't want to say anything bad about this event, because again, battered wife syndrome, I'm just happy to have it, but it's like, if maybe another one of these wants to roll around, not during a raid week, and potentially with a little bit better drop rates next time around, that'd be great. But again, that's feedback we can give them. I'm just happy to have this event. I would love to see these sorts of things come back regularly. That would be fantastic. Anyway, guys, I've definitely rambled enough. Thank you so very much. I'll see you really soon. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. I'll see you really soon. All the best, guys. Bye.